Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praise to the Most High, Yahweh, and His Son, Yahweh Shai. Today's class is Proverbs 31 and verse 1. So let me put that in the comments for you guys. Proverbs 31 and verse 1. And we're going to read on down from there. All right. So Proverbs 31 and verse 1. So we're going to get straight into it, man. So Proverbs 31 and verse 1, it says, the words of the king of Lemuel, the prophecy that his mother taught him, right? So this king, his mother taught him this. Okay. What's up, man? What's up, bro? Shalom. Jameson, man. Susanna. What's up, Susanna? What's up, everybody? What's going on, man? Like I say every time when I'm bringing out the word, like I say every single time, make sure you get your video, get your Bible. You know what I'm saying? Shalom, man. Chosen Brew, Saint, Shalarala, Susanna. What's up, man? What's up, guys? What's up? How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing today, man? How y'all doing today? Man, we chilling, man. You know, Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. Every Tuesday we go to Taco Tuesday, man. We gotta go get them tacos. You know what I'm saying? We get them tacos for $5. Get us a little drink. Get some wine. Get a little Henny, Coke. You know, just Taco Tuesday. That's all it is. Little Taco Tuesday. Man, I encourage everybody to get a calendar, man. Get a calendar and put it in your room. Put a calendar in your room. That's what I do. Put a calendar in my room, and I write down everything I'm about to eat for the week, man. Because, you get tired of all you do, you spend out all the time. I'm always spending money. Spending money. Money don't grow on trees, man. Money don't grow on trees. And so, but anyway, we spend a lot of money, man, on little different things, like food and different things like that. Grocery shopping. Man, I end up going to the grocery shop, every 2 days, man. I be going to the grocery shopping every 2 days. I'm like, dang, how this happen? I'm always running out of green peppers and onions, man. You put that in everything, man. They need to, it's like Tony Satchery. You put that on everything. God dang. I put green peppers and onions on everything. Put a 1 in the comments if you put green peppers and onions on everything. On all your chicken and everything you cook. And garlic and garlic and onion powder. And garlic and onion powder. I put that on everything. You know what I'm saying? 501 MK, Valencia Image. Man, I be eating, bro. Joe Rosslet. What's up, man? What's going on? Man, I eating, bro. I stay eating, man. That's all I do is eat. Eat. Watch TV and eat. Watch TV shows. I got a lot of little TV shows I be watching. I be watching everything. I watch this new show called Game of Thrones. I be watching that. I be watching, I just started back onto this, that Black Lightning. I've been watching Black Lightning. And as well, I've been watching, C. You gotta watch that movie, the TV show called C. Oh, crap. It's glitching. Is it glitching? Check, see if it's glitching. Let me see. It shouldn't be. I got my Wi-Fi on, so it shouldn't be glitching. But let me know if it's glitching. Can y'all see me? Can you see me? If it's glitching, let me know. Can you hear me? Put a 1 in the comments if you hear me. Can you put a 1 in the comments if you can hear me? If make sure it's not glitching. What's up? Okay, so it's okay, so it's not glitching on your end? It's not glitching? Okay, not glitching on it. No, man. Okay, cool. That's a bet. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know if it was glitching or not. That's why I was like, man, I didn't know if it was glitching. But yeah, I be watching everything, man. I be watching I be watching everything. I be watching C. I watch Game of Thrones. The new one, not the old one. They got a new one. I don't know if y'all seen it yet. Yeah, man. Finally. So I'll be watching C. I'll be watching what else I be watching? Game of Thrones. I be watching man, what else I be watching? Black Lightning. I don't know if y'all ever seen Black Lightning. That mug good too. I just got into it though. I just started watching that mug. But it's good though. It's real good. I'm gonna finish it. It got 4 seasons. So I'm gonna finish that too. Man, what else I be watching? What else? Man, I be watching a lot of stuff. I just got to watching this movie called Black Phone. Right? So I just got through watching this thing called Black Phone. Man, my hair all messed up, man. I gotta go get a haircut tomorrow. But anyway. Yeah, they got a new Game of Thrones, bro. You didn't know they had a new Game of Thrones? Bro. They got a new Game of Thrones, bro. I'm telling you, bro. You gotta watch it. It's good. It is super good, bro. It's just like the old one, really. But it's like 3,000 years ago. It was like 3,000 years ago or whatever, right? So it's before, House Targaryen, right? It's before House Targaryen. So you gotta, it's like 3,000 years before that. When she was like a little girl or whatever, right? Bro, honestly, man, I think it's on Netflix or Hulu. It should be on Netflix or Hulu. But I watch bootleg, so I don't. I be on bootleg. I got a bootleg site. I'm gonna put it in the comments, man, so you can get this bootleg. It's a bootleg site that I go to. It's called After.top. I just put it in the comments. And so yeah, see, they won't even let me post it. Just put in AFDAH. A as in apple, F as in Frank, D as in dog, A as in apple, H as in Henry, .top. Put that in, and man, I'm telling you, bro, I watch everything on that website, bro. I can't put it in the comments. But I watch it, man, and it's really good, bro. It's AFDAH, After.top. So yeah, man. So I watched Game of Thrones, the new one that just came out. I watched the Sea movie. It's like these blind people, man. They can't see, or whatever, and it's good though, man. It's like it's crazy. Like they can fight and everything, but they can't see, right? So yeah, they can't fight and everything, but they can't see. And they can sense everything. It's crazy. But then there's like a few people, very few, that can see, right? They have eyes, they can see, right? But the other ones, they can't see. They don't have no eyes, they can't see. Bro, he know what I'm talking about. Too Good Hollywood. Yeah, man. That's the show, bro. I just got through watching the last episode yesterday. And it was good, bro. I'm talking, man, that mother powerful, bro. I'm not gonna spoil it though, bro. You know what happened. You know what happened yesterday. You watched it yesterday. You know what happened. I ain't gonna spoil it. But you know what happened yesterday, man, on that C movie, on the C season. I can't spoil it, man, because it was sad. It was sad, man. It was sad, the show. But man. Y'all gotta watch it. But it's sad, man. I can't even believe what happened on that last episode, man. I can't believe it, bro. This shit crazy, man. It's crazy. But I'm about to get into this other show. It's based on a true story. I forgot the name of it, but it's been viral, man. It's a social media phenomenon. I forgot the name of it, but it's like the guy, he pretty much, he's in jail or whatever. He raped the other guy. It's like a homosexual dude or whatever. But he's like a rapist or whatever. And he brought him home from jail. Ratchety Righteous podcast still in the works. I'm gonna need for a couple episodes. Man, yo, con 100, bro. Yeah. You gotta get back to it, bro. I ain't gonna tell you what happened though. I ain't gonna tell you what happened, man. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, bro. I can't spoil the goods. I'm not gonna spoil it. I can't do it. But yeah, man, it's been a crazy week, man. A lot of things been going on. Just all kinds of crazy stuff going on. I mean, you seen what Kanye West talking about. And I feel sorry for Kanye West, man. There's so many things going on with Kanye, man. Just a lot of stuff going on with Kanye right now. I feel for Kanye, man, because I got a daughter myself, and I feel for Kanye, when it comes to, being able to take care of his kids and being able to be there for his kids and everything like that. But then his wife his ex-wife, she thinks he's crazy and all this crazy stuff. So, I feel for Kanye, man. I feel for Kanye, bro. I'm telling you, Kanye going through it right now, bro. I'm telling you, they done shut down the dude Instagram. They shut down his Twitter. They shut down everything, man. Kanye is he going hard. He going hard, man. I was watching his podcast, man. I've been watching his podcast, and he had a lot of good nuggets on there, man. He had a lot of good stuff on there. And he was talking about too, how he want his kids to be raised in the truth or whatever, right? And that's why I keep saying, I feel for Kanye because I want my kids to be raised in the truth as well. That's a big deal for me. You know what I'm saying? I want my kids to be raised in the truth as well. You feel me? So that's a big deal. That's a big deal, man. But Kim Kardashian gonna teach his kids, she gonna teach them Christmas and Halloween, man, and it's sad, man. It's a bunch of women like that. They gonna end up teaching their kids, Halloween and Christmas. Man, it's crazy. It's sad, man. Instead of teaching them the holy days in the Bible, it's sad out here, bro. That's why I say, I really feel for Kanye out here, man, because like I say, it's a lot of people being deceived. It's kind of like that, like Eve was deceived, back in the Bible, back in Genesis, where Eve was she was deceived, right? Eve was getting deceived by that Satan, man, by the serpents and stuff, man, by the world and different things like that. So Eve was sending her kids off to get deceived by the serpent and Satan as well. And Adam was just letting, Adam wasn't holding her accountable, man. Adam was a simp. He was just letting her do what she wanted to do. It's too obvious. They shutting him up because they made Noah, do an apology tour and then turn his back on him. Man, they shutting him up, bro. They trying to shut him down. Some Jewish people out there in Israel, they trying to shut him down. Because they don't want him to tell the truth, man, that we the real Jews. We the real Israelites. We the real people, man. They don't want that. They don't want it to come out, bro.
But they can't stop it.
Yeah, but they can't stop it, bro. It's gonna happen regardless. It's gonna happen regardless. I mean, they trying to stop it, but it's gonna happen regardless, bro. You feel me? It's gonna happen regardless. We gonna come out on top regardless anyway. So all the prophecies in the Bible coming to pass, just like Christ said. Everything going according to plan, man. So, I mean, we on board with this thing. We already know the prophecies. You know what I'm saying? So we not mad. We not pissed off. Because we already know the prophecies. We already expecting it because we already been, listening to Christ. So we already know what's happening. So we ain't confused. We not surprised on what's going on. So, I mean, it is what it is. But the world, they the ones that's surprised. They the ones that's like, oh, my God, my world is coming to an end. Right? So, we already know, man, this world coming to an end. They just trying to catch on. They just trying to get on. But we already know that the world coming to an end. So, we not surprised. It's the other people that's surprised. You see what I'm saying? So that's all that is. But yeah, man. So anyway, today's chapter, man. Today we getting into Proverbs chapter 31, verse 1. We're gonna talk about that, man. We finna kind of get into this whole worldly thing, man, and this whole, Israelite thing and the Jewish and all that, right? We're finna get into the woman and all that and the order of the relationships and marriage. So we finna get into all of that, man, to kind of answer this thing and try to kind of, kind of find a solution for what's going on today in this world. So this is the solution, and we finna give it to you today. We finna give you Proverbs 31 and 1. And this is the solution for everything. This is the solution for all of our problems. So, I mean, hey, if you want to stay on for an hour, because that's typically how long this lasts. This usually lasts about an hour, hour, 2 hours. So if you want to get on and you want to stay on and listen to this word, just get your Bibles out, Proverbs chapter 31 and 1, and we finna go over all of that. We finna go over all of that. You see what I'm saying? We finna go over all of the controversies that's going on, right? We finna go over all of the little controversies, all of the, all of that. So, I mean, hey, it's only going to be an hour, because look, I mean, I can go a long time, but, I try to cut it off within an hour. I try to cut it off within, about, an hour, I try to get, I don't want to be too long. Cause, like sometimes I go 2 hours, I go 3 hours, I go 4. So I can go a long time, but like I say, we're going to try to crunch this down within an hour. And like I say, if you guys want to stay on and, you want to listen, you want to get in, you want to ask questions, whatever you want to do, just jump in, ask questions, you know what I'm saying? But we're going to be in Proverbs chapter 31 and 1, chapter 31 and verse 1. So we're going to go through that and we're going to kind of show y'all how this thing really breaks down, how you really break this thing down line by line, right? So we finna go through that right now. Finna go on in and go through that. So I guess I'm finna go ahead and get started. Do y'all have any questions? Anything you want to ask? Anything you want to talk about? Okay, cool. So anyway, so Proverbs chapter 31 and 1, it says, the words of the king Lemuel, the prophecy that his mother taught him, right? Verse 2, it says, what, my son, and what, the son of my womb, and what, the son of my vows, right? It says, verse 3, it says, give not thy strength unto a woman. So that's pretty much the key, man. And that's the answer to all of the problems, man. We can't give our strength unto a woman, man. And it's not just talking about women, right? It's not just talking about actual women, right? So a lot of people get confused on this. They think it's actually just talking about a woman, right? We have to get past that. We have to, elevate, right? We got to elevate past that carnal mentality, that carnal mind state, right? It's not just talking about a woman. It's actually talking about the doctrines of others. It's talking about the way of others, the way that they think, the way that they move, the way that they talk, the way that they act, the way that they, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it's talking about. It's not just talking about an actual woman. It's also talking about a man. So it's not just talking about a woman. It's talking about man and a woman. And it's also talking about, it's also talking about, all that other stuff, the way that people think, right? I'm just going to say the way that people think. You see what I'm saying? So it's not just talking about a woman. It's talking about the way that others think, right? Woman and man, right? So it says, give not thy strength unto a woman or a man, right? Dependent. It says, nor thy ways to which that destroyed kings, right? So you got to understand that we can't give our ways to people that are going to destroy us. You see what I'm saying? To women or men that's going to try to destroy us. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it's saying. Give not thy strength into the wrong doctrine. Give not thy strength into the wrong understanding, into the wrong, communication. It says, it is not for kings. Oh, Lemuel, it is not for kings to drink wine. So again, this is not talking about wine. This is talking about actual doctrine. It's talking about, the wine of Babylon. It's talking about the indoctrination of Babylon. You see what I'm saying? So it is not for kings to drink that indoctrination. It is not for kings to drink the indoctrination of others, the indoctrination of the world. You see what I'm saying? Nor for princes strong drink. So it's not for us, princes and kings, to drink strong indoctrination and other things that take you away from following the Most High. You see what I'm saying? So verse 5, it says, lest they drink, right? Verse 5, it says, lest they drink, right? And forget the law. So a lot of times this is what happens. You can be in a relationship, you can be in a marriage or whatever, you can be in a friendship, you can be in the world, business partnership. It's a lot of different ways, relationship wise, that you can be talking to anybody, right? And acquaintances, all that, right? So give not that strength into a woman. It says it is not for the kings, right? And it says lest they drink, because a lot of times we end up drinking, right? It says lest they drink, and we drink the wrong thing, right? We end up drinking the wrong doctrine, the wrong indoctrination, the wrong, understanding. You see what I'm saying? So everything that you understand today is because you the byproduct of what you've been listening to. You the byproduct of the person that you've talked to or the person that you've listened to. That could be anybody, man. So that could be your mom, that can be your dad, that can be your sister, that can be your brother, that can be your grandpa, bro. That can be anybody, man. Right? That can be your boss. You know what I'm saying? That can be your boss. That can be your acquaintance. That can be your husband. That can be your wife. That can be anybody. You see what I'm saying? So it says, lest they drink, meaning not drink literally. Like right now, see, I'm for the drink, but this is literal, right? So not drink literally. It says, lest they drink, but not literally. It's talking about drink the wrong word of God. Drink the wrong, because everybody has a lot of different things that they want you to drink. Right? Because, they might have apple juice. They might have orange juice. They might have, wine. They might have, let's say, whatever, right? They might have Moscato. They might have Henny. You feel me? Like, so, you got to find the right drink. You got to find the one that you supposed to be drinking. You see what I'm saying? You got to find the one that you are specifically supposed to be drinking, right? So there's a lot of different drinks out here that you can drink. But you got to figure out the right drink. Does that make sense? Man, put a 1 in the comments if that makes sense, right? So you got to find the right drink. You got to find the right person to listen to, the right person that's speaking the right doctrine of Christ, the right person that's giving you the real word of God, right? The right person that's leading you to the kingdom. So that's what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be following the right person. Does that make sense? So you got to know who's the right person, because you got all these individualites. You got a lot of different camps. You got a lot of different this and that and the third. And so you got to make sure you're following the right person, because everybody say this and that and the third, and we don't know who's saying what. You know what I'm saying? So that's the problem. We got to figure out who's saying what and what. Okay, is this person saying the right thing? Is this person saying the right? Is he giving me the right song? Is he giving me the right drink? Right? Because if you're supposed to be drinking apple juice and they giving you orange juice, then guess what? You can't drink orange juice. You gotta drink apple juice. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta make sure that people are giving you the right drink. Does it make sense? So it says lest they drink, right? So and forget the law. That's what happened. Obviously, we forgot the law. We forgot the law of God. We forgot it. Why did we forget it? Because we was listening to all these other people, and they was telling us this and that and third, and we was following after other guys, and Baal and the golden calf, and all these other people, man, the fish god and all this other stuff, right? So that's what was going on during Jonah time, man. A lot of those people up in the Nineveh was following after the fish god. So Nineveh, Jonah had to go and take care of that. So a lot of times, man, we following after the wrong God, and we don't even know we following after the wrong God, right? So that's how you can forget the law, because you're following after that wrong God. So you don't want to forget the law, man. That's the main thing, especially when you're dealing with, marriage, when you're dealing with relationships. You don't want to forget the law. You don't want to, go off and forget how to read this Bible, how the right understanding, right? You don't want to listen to man, because man will lead you the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Man will lead you the wrong way real quick. You see what I'm saying? So you definitely don't want to listen to man. You definitely don't want to listen to the wrong person, right? Man or woman, right? You don't want to listen to the wrong person, because everybody's going to say this, they know that. They're going to say, well, I'm studying the Bible. I've been in the Bible for 20 years. I've been doing this. I've been doing that. And so you can't just listen to just anybody. You see what I'm saying? You can't forget the law by just listening to just everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people out here, man. 7 billion people on the planet. So it's very easy for you to just forget the law. You see what I'm saying? It's very easy for you to forget the law, right? And it's talking about the law of God, not just the law of Moses, because a lot of times people get caught up in the law of Moses. A lot of times people get caught up in, forget the law of Moses. It's not just talking about that. It's talking about the law of God. The law of God encompasses all things. It encompasses the law of Moses. It encompasses all things. You see what I'm saying? So it's not just talking about forgetting the law of Moses. It's talking about forgetting the law of Christ. It's talking about forgetting the law of Moses and Christ. See what I'm saying? So because Christ trumps Moses, right? Because Christ is the spirit of Christ, the faith, the righteousness, right? That's how you get accepted by God. That's how you get approved by God. That's how you really walk in the spirit. You see what I'm saying? So it's Christ, right? So you got to understand that when it says forget the law, it's talking about the law of God, the law of Christ, the law of righteousness, the law of truth, right? Because a lot of people be like, yeah, I want the truth. And then when they get in the truth, then you give them the truth. Then they don't want the truth. You follow what I'm saying? So a lot of people be out here saying they want the truth. But when you give them the truth, they don't want it. Because the truth is Christ. And when you teach in Christ, a lot of these people don't really want that. Right? They don't really want Christ. They don't really want the truth, right? Because Christ is the truth, right? Because what it say? It say, he that worship me must worship me in spirit and truth. A lot of people not understanding that you got to worship God in spirit and truth. So it's not just the law of Moses, but it's also the faith of Christ. It's also the truth of Christ. It's also the righteousness of God, the righteousness of faith by Christ, right? So by the Son of Man. So forget the law. A lot of people, they forget the law, right? They listen to their wife, they listen to their husband or whatever. A lot of times they end up forgetting the law because they listening to the wrong person. I've seen so many relationships where, they were listening to the wrong person. You know what I'm saying? I've seen so many different relationships fail because they was listening to this person or that person or whatever. Especially like, let's say, for instance, women. Right, they end up in a relationship with the wrong man, or just say, for instance, a man, right? They end up in a relationship with the wrong woman. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times, we end up in the wrong relationship, dealing with man and woman, right? Because we not, following after the spirit. You see what I'm saying? And so a lot of people not in the same spirit as you, right? So you got to make sure that they're in the same spirit as you, and you have to prove that person first before you get into that marriage, or before you get into that relationship. Right? So that's how you end up forgetting the law, because you in the wrong relationship, and then that woman telling you to do this, go do drugs, go over here, smoke that weed, go do this and go do that. And so you end up doing those things, right? So that's how you forget the law. Look at Kanye West. Kanye West is a good example of what happened to forgetting the law of God, right? So now he's coming back in remembrance of the law. And the thing is that, how he's like, man, he's trying to make sure his kids are following the law as well, and different things like that. So now he's trying to expose that stuff, man. He's trying to expose his wife, right? So it says, forget the law and pervert the judgment of any of the afflicted, right? Because you don't want to pervert the judgment of the afflicted, right? Because you don't want people out here persecuting the wrong people. You don't want people out here persecuting, the innocent people, man. All of the widows and all of the, all these other people, right? You don't want them to be out here persecuting these people, man. Right? Because look what's going on, man. We got a lot of judgment going on, right? We got the court system. We got the Supreme Court. We got all this, right? We got the judicial branch, the legislative branch. We have the executive branch. We have all these different court systems, but guess what? They're persecuting the innocent. They're persecuting the afflicted. They're persecuting the poor. They're persecuting the oppressed. They're persecuting all of the people, all the Jews, man. They're persecuting the Israelites. Right? So, and they're keeping us down, right? So that's the afflicted. And so a lot of times, man, they gonna forget. See, they forgot, these heathens, man, they gonna forget the law completely. They're gonna forget completely about the law. They're gonna forget completely about God. They're gonna forget completely about God's people. So at the end of the day, man, they're gonna forget the law and pervert the judgment of any of the afflicted. They're gonna pervert the judgment of all of the all the Israelites that need help, all the Israelites that need the Savior, man, that need a Savior from God, right? So that's what the thing is, man, is that we forget the law, and then, once we forget the law, then what happens? Then all the other people forget the law. All the other nations forget the law. And then when they forget the law, then guess what? Now we got all these people running around just perverting the judgment of God, right? They're not judging us properly, right? You black man, look at that. Brittany Griner in jail right now, right? Brittany Griner in jail for like 19 years, right? But then you got the same person, a white girl, that's doing the same thing, and she getting off in 1 year. You see what I'm saying? So it's always that they pervert the judgment of God, man. You know, one way it's one way with the white person, but it's a whole other way with the black person. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, they put you in jail for the same crime that the white person did. They put you in jail 20 times more than with the white person for the same crime. You see what I'm saying? So the thing is that, man, that's why we can't forget the law, because when we forget the law, man, everybody else gonna forget the law, and then when they forget the law, guess what? That's gonna pervert the judgment of God. You see what I'm saying? So that's why we in the bottom of the pit where we are right now, right? Verse 6, it says, give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish. And see, that's what happens when you forget the law and you start drinking on the wrong wines, and then you start drinking all that strong drink and stuff like that. Because now what happens? You start perishing. You start falling off. You start backsliding. You don't really care anymore. You see what I'm saying? You start worshiping other gods, right? You start going into witchcraft. You start going into all these different things that you shouldn't be going into, right? So that's what happens, man. Everybody forgetting the law. Give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish, man. So if you're ready to perish, if you're ready to go to the lake of fire, if you're ready to perish, if you're ready to get that judgment from God, then you're going to end up going the wrong way. And then guess what? That's why a lot of us out here dying so fast. You know, we dying at 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, right? We're not making it to that 100, 200, 300, right? Like back in the day, man, the kings in the day, man, they made it to 300, 400, 500. You see what I'm saying? Because they was following after the righteousness, man. But all these people today, they not following after righteousness. That's why they die early, man. They die at 20, 30. You know, you see a lot of rappers, they've been dying. All these rappers, they've been dying, man, left and right, man. It's crazy right now. It's a whole judgment on these rappers, man. Right? So it's a bunch of stuff going on with these rappers. Give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish. See, a lot of these rappers have drunk a lot of that strong drink. They drunk a lot of that strong wine, man. Right? They got caught up in that 0 to 100, man. Drake. You know what I'm saying? Like 0 to 100, right? So they've been 0 to 100, and then now they're making all this money. So what's it more important, right? Is it money or time? You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we know we have a lot of money, but look at Brittany Griner. She got a lot of money, but she in jail. She ain't got no time, right? So what's more important? The most important thing is following after the righteousness of God. That's the most important thing. Not how much money you have, not how much clothes you have, not how many shoes you have, not how much weed you smoke, not how many rap songs you got out, right? Not how much you got, not how much fame you have, right? It's not about that. What is more important is, are you following after the righteousness of God? Are you following after the strength of God, right? So that's what's important. That's the number one thing on your list. And especially when it comes to these relationships, a lot of times, right, when you dating and everything, right, when you go on that first date, when you go on that second date, whatever the case, right, the first thing you should be asking that person is, do they follow God? Do they have a relationship with God? If they don't have a relationship with God, man, you need to cancel that relationship and walk up out of there, man, and let them pay for that ticket. Right? Because look, God is in everything. Whether you don't like it or not, God is in everything, man. So you might as well get used to it. You might as well buckle your seatbelt and get used to it and get happy with it. Because God is in everything. God is in your relationship. That's why 75% of these relationships fail. That's why 97% of these relationships fail. Because God is in everything, man. He's in all your relationships, all your marriage relationships, everything, man. So if you don't have God in your relationships, 97% of the time, it's going to fail, man, because you don't have God in it, man. You forgot the law, right? So you forgot the law. You perverted the judgment. You see what I'm saying? Give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish, man. See, that's why your relationship fail, you're perishing, right? Your car problems, you having car problems, money issues, you having all these issues because you forgot the law and you gave that strong drink over to the wrong person, and now you over here perishing, man. And wine unto those that be of a heavy heart. So that's what happened, man. A lot of people, man, they out here committing suicide. They out here doing everything. They out here having heart attacks. They out here, just all kinds of stuff, man, because they forgot the law, right? You forgot the law. That's just bottom line. You got to come back to the law. Give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish, and wine unto those that be of a heavy heart. So that's what you give strong drink unto. That's what you give wine unto. You give it unto people that have a strong, that's ready to perish. Somebody that don't care anymore, right? That's who you give it unto. But you don't really give that unto them either, right? You want to make them recover as well. You want them to walk in the ways of God, to walk in the ways of righteousness as well, right? Let him drink and forget his poverty. See, a lot of people that end up forgetting the law, they want to drink this wine, they want to drink that apple juice, that orange juice, and forget their poverty. You see what I'm saying? So that's what these people want to do. They want to forget their poverty, man. They want to forget about everything that ever happened to them. They want to forget about their misery. They want to forget about their problems. They want to forget about their, all the things that they going through. You see what I'm saying? And so that's what they want to do. And so a lot of times that's what end up happening is that they'll just be like, forget it, man. I want to forget about this stress. I want to forget about this problem that I have. I want to forget about, just everything, right? And remember his misery no more, right? So a lot of times people don't want to, they don't want to remember their misery. You know what I'm saying? Can you get him, please? And let him drink and forget his poverty and remember his misery no more. Open thy mouth for the dumb and cause all such that are appointed to destruction. So that's what you will do, man. You got to open your mouth, man, and get these people back on the right doctrine. You gotta open your mouth and get these people on the right, song, the right understanding, the right ways of God. You got to get these people, you got to open your mouth, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet. And show these people their transgressions, man, and get these people back on the right song. Get these people back on the right, understanding of the ways of God. You know what I'm saying? If you see somebody going off, you make sure that they going, get them back on the right doctrine. Get them back on the right song, right? It says, give strong drink unto them that is ready to perish, right? So give them the right drink. Give them the real song. Give them the real doctrine of Christ. You know what I'm saying? Open thy mouth for the dumb and cause all such as are appointed to destruction. Open thy mouth, judge righteously, man. So don't be afraid to judge righteously, man. Judge righteously in the spirit, right? If brothers or sisters are going off in the spirit, judge righteously, man. Tell them brothers to get back on the spirit, man. Get them back in the spirit of God, right? Judge righteously. Judge, make sure you getting these people back on track, man. Get your sister back on track. Get your mother back on track. Get your father back on track. Get your cousins back on track, right? Get your whole family back on track, right? I think I got like 3 of my sisters back on track, man. I got like 3 sisters in my family. They all got back on track, right? I talked to all my family and I got all of them back on track with God, right? So now they out here keeping the law. They ain't forgetting that law, right? They trying to keep the law, right? They trying to keep it to the best of their ability, man, right? So that's what you do. You want to make sure that you're making sure that everybody around you in your close inner circle is making sure that everybody is not forgetting the law of God, right? Give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish, and wine unto those that be of a heavy heart. All right. So give strong. So that's the thing, man. So open your mouth for them that are in the dumb, right? And man, it's crazy because God said the dumb, right? And a lot of people, man, they don't like that, man. They like, ooh, you saying the wrong thing, man. He said the dumb. And I don't know what version you reading out of, but he said the dumb. So I guess a lot of people, man, if you ain't keeping the law, man, you pretty much dumb, man. You not the right person, man, that the Most High want, right? So it says, open thy mouth for the dumb, in the cause of all such that are appointed to destruction. So all these dumb people out here, man, that's not following after righteousness, man, they're appointed for destruction, man. Because they not following after the righteousness of God, right? So open thy mouth, judge righteously, and plead the cause of the poor and the needy, man. Right? So plead the cause of all your brothers and sisters, all of the poor and the needy. Plead the cause of all these people, man. Stand up for them, man. Right? Stand up for them. Speak for them. If they can't speak for themselves, speak for them, for them. Right? Because a lot of times these brothers and sisters, maybe they can't speak for themselves. Right? And so that's where you come in, Make sure that you speaking for them. Make sure you doing your work on your end so, you can kind of lessen the burden off of their end. You see what I'm saying? Because, that's how we do this. It's all solidarity, right? We all supposed to be, making sure that we covering our tracks for all of the other people out here. You know what I'm saying? That's not able to do what we can do, right? Because we blessed to do what we able to do, because we have the ability, or we have the willpower, or we have the readiness, we have the ableness to do it, right? But a lot of people don't have the willpower, the readiness, and the ableness to do what we're doing. You see what I'm saying? So if you got a platform, right? You got an Instagram platform, you got a YouTube platform, you got Twitter, YouTube, Google, you got website, whatever you got, do it. Do what you got to do, man. Open your mouth and try to get everybody you can in your inner circle back to the Most High, right? Do as much as you possibly can, because at the end of the day, every knee gonna bow, right? Every knee gonna bow at the end of the day. Every knee is going to bow at the end of the day, right? So that's the cool thing about this, is that every knee is going to eventually bow anyway. So at the end of the day, you can do your part and try to get everybody back on track, right? Because every knee gonna bow at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, every knee gonna bow at the end of the day. So it don't even matter. Like, you might as well do your part, man, because at the end of the day, every knee gonna bow, man. Man, yeah, good lesson, bro. Yeah, man, look. Yeah, this thing powerful, bro. This Proverbs 31, man, is powerful, right? Because everybody thinks this is for women. They don't even realize that really this is for men too, right? It's not just for women. It's also for men, right? So, you want to be a Proverbs 31, you talking about being a Proverbs 31 for yourself to God, right? So you as a man is a Proverbs 31 to God, and you as a woman is a Proverbs 31 to your husband, right? So everybody's a Proverbs 31. Men think they feel like this only apply to women, man. And that's where you go off, is you thinking that this just apply to women, and it don't just apply to women. This apply to all men and women that's walking around in this truth, right? So it says, open thy mouth for the dumb and cause all that are such that are pointed to destruction, man. Right? If you're not keeping the law, you pretty much are pointed to destruction. Open thy mouth, judge righteously, and plead the cause of the poor and the needy, man. Right? Again, help those brothers and sisters out that are weaker than you, right? The ones that are weaker in the spirit than you, right? And it says, who can find a virtuous woman, man? For her price is far above rubies. So once again, man, look, you guys, to find a virtuous woman is very hard. There's not a lot of people out here that want to take up the will of God, that want to put up, that want to walk like God. They want to, they really want to do this thing for real, man. Right? So it's not a lot of people out there that want to be for real about this and that just want to take this thing to the next level. It's very, very few people out here, man. So virtuous woman is like a diamond. It's like a ruby, right? It's all the way in the ground. You know what I'm saying? You can't see it. It's a lot of pressure. So it's very hard to find a Proverbs 31 woman, right? In a man, a Proverbs 31 man. It's very, very hard. For her price is far above rubies. For his price is far above rubies, right? It's very hard to find a Proverbs 31 woman and man out here, right? You see what I'm saying? Nobody wants to do this thing for real. The heart of her husband do safely trust in him, man. So, man, look, man, your wife and your husband going to safely trust in you. You see what I'm saying? If you Proverbs 31, they're going to be able to trust you. They're going to be able to love you, right? The right way. They're going to be able to love you. They're going to be able to trust you. They're going to be able to, do the things that they intended to do. It says, so that he shall have no need of spoil, right? So they don't have no need of having to worry about, looking behind them and seeing what you doing and what they doing and this and that, right? And so that's the thing, man. No, you're not going to have to worry about what that brother doing and what he doing and what she doing and this and that, what he doing and what she doing. You see what I'm saying? Because you're not going to have no need of spoil, right? It says she will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. So she's going to do him good and not evil all the days of her life, all the days of his life. He going to do her good and not evil in all the days of his life, right? And she seeketh wool and flax, man, right? So the Proverbs 31 woman, man, she seeketh that wool and flax, man, right? She seeketh the wisdom of God. She seeketh the wool and flax and work it willingly with her hands, right? She work it willingly with her hands, and different things like that. She is like the merchant ships, right? And she bringeth her food from afar. So she bringing her food from afar, man. She that's what she do, man. That's what he do. Same thing, right? He bringeth his food from afar, man. She is like the merchant ship. She bringeth her food from afar. Right? So she go out there and she work willingly with her hands. She go out there and she work willingly with her, with her hands. And she put in the effort, right? She riseth also while it is yet night, right? So she riseth when it's yet night and giveth her meat to her household and a portion to her maidens, right? So she riseth also while it is yet night and giveth meat to her household and a portion to her maidens, right? She considered it a field and buyeth it, man. So look, man, she considered it a field. She buy the field. She considered it a field. She's about investing. She's not just, Proverbs 31 is about investing in her time, investing in her, making sure everything's good. She rises also while it is yet night, right? So sometimes at night, man, she still rises and she still get things done, even at night, even though, it's time for you to go to bed. She's still up doing what she needs to do. And give it meat to her household, man. So she up at night making sure everything good and copacetic, right? And a portion to her maidens, right? So she got maidens as well, man. So Proverbs 31 woman got maidens. She considered it a field. She invited it, right? So she buying stuff. She investing, man. She's out here buying land. She's out here thinking about buying land for her future, for her family. With the fruit of her hands, she planted a vineyard. So with the fruit of her hands, she's out here planting a vineyard, right? She's out here, trying to build something, man. Trying to cultivate land, buy land. She's out here trying to, plant vineyards, right? Plant seeds and others, right? She's out here trying to plant seeds and others, make sure they're good. She girded her loins with strength, and she strengthening her arms, right? So she girded her loins with strength, man. She's strengthening her arms, man. She's always giving arms. She's always doing something to give arms. She's strengthening that every day. She perceived that her merchandise is good. So, yeah, man. What's the question, man? Answer. What's the question? Yeah, so she perceived that her merchandise is good. Her candle goeth out, not out by night. She laid her hands to the spindle. In her hands hold the distaff, right? She stretched out her hands to the poor. Yea, she reacheth forth her hands to the needy, right? So she's worried about the needy, right? She's worried about the poor. She's worried about trying to make sure they good. So that's good. She is not afraid of the snow for her household. For all her household are clothed with scarlet. Right? So she's not afraid of her household. She's making sure they all clothed with scarlet. She making herself coverings of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple. So she makes sure her clothing is silk and purple. Make sure she ironing her clothes every day. Her husband is known in the gates, man. So she makes sure her husband is known also in the gates. When he seated among the elders of the land. Right? She make it fine linen, selling it, and delivered it girdles unto the merchants. So she out here selling stuff and delivering girdles into the merchants. Strength and honor in her clothing. She shall rejoice in time to come. She opened her mouth with wisdom. So that's another thing. These women got to start opening their mouth with wisdom, man. A lot of times they're not opening their mouth with this wisdom. And in her tongue is the law of kindness. So that's good. In her tongue is the law of kindness. She looketh well unto the ways of her household, and eateth not the bread of idleness. So she looketh well to the ways of her house, and she eateth not the bread of idleness. She makes sure her house is, well taken care of. Her children rise up and call her blessed. So the children, the husband, everybody waking up in the morning, we all calling her the blessed, right? Blessed household. And eateth not the bread of idleness. So she eateth not the bread of idleness, right? And her husband also, he praises her. Proverbs 31, man, her husband praises her as well, right? She's Proverbs 31, her husband definitely praises her. Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellest them all, right? So many daughters have done virtuously, man. Many daughters have tried to beat this, tried to, meet these expectations, but have failed. But thou has excellest them all, man. Virtuous woman is the most expensive woman on the planet. She's the most caring, the most, loving woman on the planet. Favor is deceitful, Right? So favor is deceitful, man. You know, a lot of these women out here, they try to show you favor and all this and try to get your attention. And beauty is vain, man. So beauty is vain. A lot of these sisters out here, they, you know, they pretty or whatever, but they're not, you know, who they say they are, right? But a woman that fears the Lord shall be praised. A lot of women out here do not fear God. That's just bottom line. A lot of women out here do not fear God. That's just bottom line, man. A lot of women, they do not fear God. She shall be praised, man. A woman that fears God, you can tell if she fears God, because, you know, you tell by her walk, her talk, her movements, her thoughts. Give her the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates. Right, so give her her fruit of her hands. Let her do all of the, work. Let her prove herself, man, right? Give her the fruit of her hands. Let her prove herself. She's a virtuous woman. She's going to give her the fruit of her hands. Let her prove herself. And let her own works praise her in the gates, man. Let her own works praise her in the gates. Let her own works praise her in the gates. You see what I'm saying? So, that's it on that Proverbs 31. Pollution. What do you mean pollution? Pollution like in the air, or pollution? What do you mean? When you talking about pollution? I don't think that's a form of demonic attack. Since you probably not answering back. So, no, I don't think that's a form of demonic attack. But that was it on Proverbs 31. Shalom.